Hi, my name is Felix Zeng. I'm head of Programmatic and Emerging Revenues for IBM Watson Advertising. IBM Watson Advertising is a data, technology, and media company serving advertisers, agencies, and other clients. So my job entails driving revenues for the company through programmatic channels, and now with identifiers going away, building a direct team towards emerging accounts for the company to help them understand what all the offerings that my company has. So the first part, like I mentioned, is with identifiers going away, I think the open exchange is going to shrink, and as a result, there's going to be more direct sold. So you need sellers who have that kind of experience of helping advertisers and clients walk through the process of how they reconnect their audiences on our inventory. The second part of that emerging revenue is how do we think about revenues beyond just banners, what about audio, what about affiliates, recommendations, new ways of diversifying a publisher's revenue. So I think the opportunity with the loss of identifiers, some predict in late 2023, has really opened up a lot of opportunities for us because weather data is tied to the zip code, and tied to many, many thousands of individuals rather than one-to-one. And so that opens the opportunity for us to really sell that data and benefit the whole ecosystem. It's an open data source. And the second thing I think IBM is great is that it provides the AI technology, and we utilize that in advertising, and that really allows us to bring the creative part of what advertising is about. Like, we were able to execute a lot of units that you normally don't see based on the AI. Yeah, what we have is one product called Accelerator that basically looks at different elements of a creative, and it's available through OTT or out to home, so it's not just restricted to web or app. But what it does is it looks at all the elements of a creative, and using machine learning determines what's the optimal creative to drive your KPI. And it does that automatically on its own without human interaction, and is able to take in a large number of elements to actually get your results. And the second thing, the element that we have is a product that we call Conversations, which really utilizes all the tools within IBM's AI suite, such as natural language processing, sentiment analysis, to come up with a chatbot that actually interacts with the audience and gives them answers that advertisers are looking to inform the users about. The IBM Advertising Pledge, it really gets into a heart of doing something right without expecting any monetary returns. What we've seen in the industry is that there's certain biases against populations that are minorities, and we want to be fair across the board. I think there's a altruism that's necessary in everything that we try to do, and I think IBM is doing the right thing by not only doing it themselves as a big company, but also enlisting everybody in the ecosystem, because it takes all of us to make sure that we eliminate something that is bias in the industry. I think the important initiative for us is really looking at partners and figure out who is strategic for us. Companies like Magnite have been great in terms of partnering with us, not only on the media side, but also our data and also our technology. How we can scale with a few partners, which we have demonstrated through evidence in the last year, that yields a lot more revenues for us than spreading everything around.